Hey everybody, welcome. My name is Jan-Jaap Abbink. It's been a little bit of time I did a podcast, and the case is I actually had a little bit problems with hay fever. Yeah, it's not been really the best of times in my life. I mean, coming off surgeries and then returned, and then I got hay fever kicked in. So let's hope I stay healthy after this podcast. We're going to talk a little bit about AEW Collision, and it seems to me, as I'm being honest, it's going to be a little bit of a mess around it. Uh, there's not really good signs look that it's going at this moment. It's really going to be a big success. Um, let's start off with the ticket sales. I mean, except from the Chicago show, um, the ticket sales are lustering. I mean, they have in Hamilton in Canada and show only sold to now 700 tickets, and there's more going on, and people have not touched on this. The TV rights deal. Now you know most people live in the United States, so they can see it on TNT, and that is fine. But if you come already outside to the US. Well, Canada made announced today that it's going to be on TS Plus, and yesterday it was Fight who announced the people for the UK. Yet in the UK, ITV has neither said something if they're going to broadcast Collision. People who on the European market or the Asian market they have to who watch Dynamite and Rampage via the Zone. The Zone is very quiet. I send them several emails. I try to contact them. It's very quiet from their side. So that's not even sure that they will have any broadcast rights. So for those markets, it's really the questions. Uh, are you able to go watch AEW Collision? Or do we all have to tune in? And I'm not favored to say this because I want to support AEW, but we have to go watch an illegal stream. Um, or, or using VPN and see if you can get that way in. This is ridiculous. I don't know what Tony Khan is doing, if it's actually TNA of AEW's lacquering on this matter, or the TV channels are refusing to make any announcement or not even being interested to broadcast AEW Collision. Um, so it is really at this current time, and I get questions. Yeah, help. Where does it broadcast in the UK? Where does it broadcast in Canada? Where I'm from India. Where do I watch? Yeah, I don't know either. I've been looking and looking. I've been contacting people, and it's really quiet at this moment. TV stations don't talk to me. I sent several emails, several to the press release, and it's actually quiet from their side. And if you go also on their website, it actually says more or less yet still to be announced. And Collision is a week away, people. This is getting ridiculous. So I thought, well, I'll do quickly a podcast, and I do hope this shouts out. Um, but it seems to me, or AEW has started too late to deal with these matters, or the TV stations are not picking up. It's yeah. That is my conclusion about the matter, and I'm so sorry to say this. Um, is CM Punk making any impress? Now that's also the big of making any impact. Um, See, I'm always active on social media, and I see a lot of hate posts. Um, a lot of BS. I mean, that CM Punk don't want to put anybody over. Well, think about MTF, where he is at. Uh, just name a name, or you know what I mean. And it's not only putting somebody over, not to lose or win. If you put on a great match, you can still pull, even if you lose against CM Punk, you still can get over it as long as you put on a great match, if you put on a great performance. And CM Punk has come to an age that you think, yeah, maybe it is time that he has started put over. And maybe we don't know yet. We are so judgmental directly from CM Punk that he only comes back to win. I actually doubt it. You know, maybe he has come back to do great things for this business, and let people put over. People, before he debuts, don't be so directly judgmental. Give the guy a chance. I know he has done a lot wrong to AEW, and I get that. You know what I mean? But give the guy also a break. I mean, the guy has not even stepped back yet in the ring, and we're already making assumptions what he will or won't do. Right? And the thing is, what you also keep forgetting is, he's not booking the matches. We have to look at to somebody else, and that's Tony Khan. So, yeah. But my overall thought about Collision, I was really hyped for the show. I was excited. But how close we come to the date of debuting, it started to lacquer, and it seems for me there's not much put effort in organization, and that's hard to say for me. Hyping up shows and etc. And I think also the problem is laying, and that is through a fact that AEW is counting too much on one name, and that is CM Punk, and that is my point. You've got so much other great talent on that roster besides CM Punk, and the case is, if you're going to put only people on Collision who can get along with CM Punk, because CM Punk has to be on the roster, yeah, then you're asking for problems. And the case is, you have always a group now still going at it, at this current point, who are not so favored of CM Punk. And maybe that is also the problem, that there's not many tickets sold. Even though, but we have to keep in mind a few things otherwise also ticket sales. And then I'm going to defend a little bit AEW again. Also, but then also again, you can see actually that they also made a lot of mistakes. They directly did several shows in one area of the market. You know, it's like if you eat 7 days a week your favorite dish, and the 7 days or every, you know, if you take a week and you take, let's say you like pasta bolognese, right? I love it. I think it's great. Yeah, actually carbonara guy, but whatever. Okay, let's change it to pasta carbonara, right? If I eat 7 days pasta carbonara, I love it for day one. Not day, great. Day 3, think, you know what I mean? And day 7, you can actually puke of it. So if you keep too close on one market to several shows, yeah, people are starting to lose interest. Plus, these shows aren't cheap, people. That is also, and we have to remind everybody, we're still not over the economic situation. You know, a lot of still high bills. People are coping with that, so they're not going to directly pull down a ticket, lay down money for a ticket that they actually can't afford. So that is also again that you say, AEW, okay, did you do several shows in Canada? It's great, but maybe you should have done less and go on somewhere else. That's my pure criticism. I think if you would have done that, the ticket sales would also not lackluster so much. In that way. Now have been new dates added, and we have to see how that goes with ticket sales. They're back in the United States. North Carolina, I've been thinking, been added. Clicking out my head. I hope everything clears for also next week, especially with the TV deals. because it's really a mess. That's my honest opinion. Um, if it airs, I will watch. I don't know how I'm going to watch, but I'm not going to watch every time a show on an illegal stream. With all due respect. So I hope AEW fix that soon, and we can here even rest outside of Europe, outside the US, enjoy AEW Collision. Well, anyway, that's my opinion. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I hope to see you soon. Ciao.